Hello, and welcome to the Patriot Top 8 regional game. So we've sort of gone back in time a little bit here. We had Nationals, so that was my top priority. So I got all the Nationals videos out, had a mini break, and now just got a little bit of a backlog on some of the regionals that we went to. So just trying to get those out now.
Hello, I'm Richard.
I'm joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hello, I'm Richard.
Hello, Richard. And I'm Rebecca Gillard. And on the screen we have Callum Gillespie on the left playing Stark Reigns and David Kennedy on the right playing Stark Fealty. So if anyone's watched the Nationals games, you would have seen that these two actually faced each other at Nationals as well, with their pretty much the same decks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Twigging?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they did.
So they did.
Oh yeah, because Callum kept forgetting to trigger Wyman.
He did. But we won't say who won that game, just in case you haven't seen it. And I won't want it to, you know, be any kind of spoiler for this, possibly.
I can't remember who won that game, so that shows how close it was.
Wow. Actually, it was very close, if I remember correctly. But, yes, in the end, we have this game here. Or, in the beginning, we had this game here. Even though it's delayed.
In the beginning. In
the beginning of the end. And we have our setups from each player. So on the left here, we have Callum with a Rickon Stark, Sansa Stark, some of the dog, and a Northern Army at the bottom there.
Some of the dog.
Some of the dog.
Direwolf.
Fine.
Okay, dog, fine.
On the right, I'm going to let Richard do this bit because there are cards that I'm not entirely sure they are.
David has the Winterfell Steward, the Half Manderly Knight, the Northern Armory, and a Godswood.
Okay. A. Manderly Knight. Please remind me.
Get +2 strength if there is a winter plot.
Okie dokie. So he's going to have +2 strength now because they have a winter festival out on David's side, but to late summer feast on Callum's side, so David isn't going to get that 2 power boost at the end of the Tremendous phase.
Correct.
And the Godswood?
Godswood, after you win a challenge attacking, if there is more winter than summer, which there isn't this time,
no.
Kneel the Godswood to draw cards equal to your claim.
I feel like that's a little bit shit.
It's pretty good.
Is it? The amount of summer plots that are floating around.
There used to be loads, but now there's less loads.
Wow, okay.
And they're non-unique, so you can have 2 or 3, and then if you're running 2 claim winter plot, you know, you could draw 2, 4, 6 cards.
And how much does it cost?
2.
I still think I prefer Castle Gates.
Gates is bad.
Not Castle Gates, what's it called? Gates of Winterfell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. I do like the Godswood. I mean, the more winter than summer is a bit shit, I will admit. But now you have winter reserves, which wasn't out at this time for David. But now I'm sure he had put winter reserves in the deck instead of winter festival.
Okay. So just looking at his setup here, so we had a second House Manderly Knight.
Yep.
And then the one that lets you draw 2 cards but you have to discard 2 when he goes off the board?
The Umber Loyalist.
The Umber Loyalist, okay. And also a location, I have no idea what that is. I'm not referring to the King's Road. White Harbour, what's this?
White Harbour, when you win a challenge on offence. Oh no, I think it might just be when you win a challenge.
Okay.
Basically, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Your opponent chooses one that you have, the other goes to the bottom of your deck.
Okay.
That's kind of like Gates of Winterfell, but your opponent
chooses.
Well, it's not Gates of Winterfell really. It's more like a reverse Dawn.
Yeah. Kinda. So it's quite nice though. Like David seems to be playing a few cards that, well, as you can tell, I've not really seen. So it'd be interesting to see how those work. I think I've looked at the Godswood and thought, oh, I like the art, and then, oh, and I don't like the winter-summer thing, and then put it back again. And I can't remember what the other one was now. What was the other one again? The other location?
What, White Harbour?
White Harbour, that's it. White Harbour, I'd forgotten it existed. I'm not sure I was entirely aware that it did exist.
It hasn't been out for long.
Oh, is it not? Okay, I'm a little bit behind at the moment with cards.
It's funny because I also put the card in my Stark main deck in a tournament, and it wasn't great.
No?
No, and I'm sure David probably came to the same conclusion.
Well, I mean, he's made top 8 with it, so it can't be that bad, right?
Maybe he just didn't draw it. I made top 8 with it, and in one game, I had it in my setup hand, and I still had it by turn 8 in my hand. And one other game, I actually played it out, and that was the game of Swift that I lost.
Oh.
So,
I take it after that you decided that it was an easy cut from the deck then.
I don't really like it.
Fair enough.
So, David has a problem here, in that he's playing against Stark Reigns and he has no intrigue icons.
Yeah, it doesn't seem brilliant.
It's not amazing. Callum's board looked pretty strong.
I mean, he's got Arya there, so he's got the stealth. Danella, so that's going to help him with his econ. But also Nymeria, and I think that's probably key in Callum's deck, because Nymeria can really screw up the challenges math. Being able to just bring in Nymeria is lovely. So we've got a military challenge coming in from David. Callum is doing the thing that you hate the most, which is kneeling cards, changing his mind and restanding them again.
They're dancing.
Shall we tell Callum off when we see him tomorrow?
God's sake, Callum, sort your shit out.
Naughty Callum. Oh, going for a different combo. We've got Arya and Summer. Are they staying out, Callum? Are you changing your mind? No, he's going for it. So Callum wins that challenge with 5 strength.
So he was very defensive there. He didn't want to lose anything on his board. I mean, what would you claim?
Yeah, I guess it's a tough choice. I'd probably take the Rick on, but I don't really know what David's deck does, so I don't know if there's a lot of go find stuff tech.
Okay.
I imagine David would be running Time for Wolves, so I guess Callum maybe wanted to keep the Rick on for that.
Yeah, that's a logical idea.
So we have the Intrigue Challenge coming in from Sansa here, and using his action window to put in Nymeria. This means that Callum will win the Intrigue Challenge by 5. Forced reaction, David gets to draw a card from the Late Summer Feast. And Callum definitely wants to try and reins out of this because it's not good giving your opponent extra cards, basically.
I agree.
One of the benefits of playing Late Summer Feast in a Reigns deck is that you can try and get out of it as soon as possible.
It's true.
What's he gone for there? Is that Breaking Ties? A little bit early for Breaking Ties.
Depends how many cards he's got in his hand.
Yeah.
Seem to have about 5.
So an unopposed and intrigue claim of another Godswood. What's the reserve on Winter Festival? Is it 5 or 6?
6.
6?
Yep.
Just trying to think how many cards David's going to have in hand. Maybe Callum's trying to force him to have to discard.
Yeah, that Umber Loyalist, I can't remember if it's loyal, even though it says Loyalist in the name. It may well not be loyal.
You'd hope that it's loyal, wouldn't you?
Like the Targaryen Loyalist.
Ah. Yes. This is
Maybe
good.
I'll do the thing. Oh shit.
You're going to do the thing where you Google your
Oh, my
phone's
friend's
there,
over
look.
there.
Okay, go on then, Mr. Googler. So, yeah, Callum's going to trigger his pot. And sacrificing Summer to send the King's Road back to David's hand. That's interesting. And is he going to use it a second time? Is it worth it? Getting rid of Sansa?
The Umber Loyalist is loyal.
Oh, it's actually loyal.
The loyalist of loyals.
Seems good. So Callum choosing not to trigger the Breaking Ties plot for the second time. So the only thing he did then was sending, using Summer to send the King's Road back to hand, which is an interesting play. I guess, I don't know, trying to A, force David to discard some things, and B, get a bit of economy out of David's hand, stop him from being able to reset so easily.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure whether it was worth that Breaking Ties turn.
It might have been better to wait.
I guess that he really wanted to get out of Late Summer Feast, and there might not have been any better option.
Is the Northern Armoury loyal?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we have a forced march here from David and a time of plenty from Callum. So forced march, we have Arya kneeling, and then using the kneel from the Housemanly Knight to also kneel Nymeria on Callum's side. So that's all of Callum's military icons gone.
That's pretty good for David. I mean, we know David runs House Manderly Knight and Umber Loyalist, of course, but I also know that he runs a lot of direwolves.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay. Not seen any yet, have we?
Not yet, but he does.
Okay.
So that means a lot of red icon. So Fourth March seemed pretty effective.
I guess if you're kneeling a direwolf pup or something to kneel out someone's Tywin, you're not going to be too upset, are you?
Well, that's true, but does anyone even play Tywin anymore?
I don't think so. Can't remember the last time I saw a proper, good, strong, tournament-ready Lanny deck. I knew it was a Clanny deck then, because that's the only
thanks,
Lanny
honey.
I played.
Last tournament we went to, I played Lanny.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Honey, dearest.
Was it not a tournament-ready deck?
Well, probably not.
Wow. Well,
Weren't you only one of two, I keep saying Lanny players?
3, actually.
Oh, 3.
And I was the best one.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Just because you took 48 minutes to marshal.
Oh yeah, I played you in one, didn't I? I kind of forgotten about that bit. Thank you for the reminder, honey.
You forget about everything.
I do. I've got the worst memory ever. However, I'm really glad you reminded me that I beat you in a tournament. What's my win ratio against you in tournaments?
Oh, something like 74%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It might be less, actually. It might be about 60-something.
No, let's go with 74. That sounds better.
I'm going to check it.
Oh no, don't. Let's just leave it at 74. So, David's gone first here. He's he's marshalled another King's Road and played out to an Arya. But that's all he's done, I think. Oh no, he's put out another Northern Armoury. Apologies. Callum's marshalling now. It's just taking a little while to think about what he wants to do here. So he's got 7 gold. So he's got options, but I guess he probably wants to try and find a military icon to put out.
Yeah, it might be pretty good if he does that.
Because he's not going to have any trouble with the intrigue, because there's still no intrigue icons on David's side. Callum's still thinking.
Yeah, he can still trigger range right now.
But, he's allowed to marshal something with his 7 gold. Just depending what combination of cards he's going to marshal.
It might even be encouraged.
Probably. Going for Northern Armoury then.
So he can stand both of his knelt characters.
And he's used the Hearttree Grove and Danella's ability to mean that Northern Armoury was free.
That's pretty good.
He must have quite a few options in hand.
I'm not sure how many cards we've got. I mean, he must, drawn up into 6 after the draw phase.
Something like that.
Reserve of 4 from the Breaking Tide, which is tough.
So he's decided to play out the Great Hall, which means that he might be putting out a big here.
Oh, is that what you think?
Oh, and a Last Hearth.
Last Hearth, really good. Really good in the range deck.
Lets you, again, mess with that challenge math and make it more difficult for your opponent.
Yeah, although make sure you use it before you range into something, because that can be the difference between 3 strength and 2 strength. Same with Great John, it makes a big difference to Great John. So make sure you do the military before you range. Otherwise, he might not restand. Because you're putting a plot in your use pile.
Ah.
I can see a blank look.
I know.
Better explain.
So, okay, so Callum has decided to sit on 4 gold there. He played out the Great Hall, knelt it and paid 1 to play out Bran. So maybe he doesn't have so many options, or he just doesn't want his board to go too wide, which is maybe more likely.
Yeah, I know Callum ran a reset at this tournament.
Yeah, I think he was running Wildfire.
Is
it Wildfire or was it VD?
Well, Wildfire the scheme. So that would be in his range deck.
Yeah.
His plot deck. I'm pretty sure he ran VD.
VD as well as Wildfire.
Yeah, because you don't have to trigger the Wildfire.
Yeah. Yeah, so it might just be sort of holding back so he doesn't overflood his board. Also, you don't want to empty your hand entirely of cards. It's nice to keep options back.
You are 8-4 against me in tournaments.
8-4.
8-4. So you have won 66% of our games.
I'll take that. So, David, they're doing a military, winning the challenge. And
triggering the White Harbour.
Triggering White Harbour.
To reveal the top 2 cards, which Callum let him have.
One of them. You were too busy showing me my 8-4 win against you.
I was not. I had finished.
I was still
thinking about something else. Okay.
Considering.
I didn't see what he took. Maybe it was... it looked like it might have been something like the Pack Survived or something dumb like that. But it couldn't have been that because that's dumb, right?
Maybe. So I would also like to point out that the challenge also was preceded or followed with a Winter is Coming. So that was 2 claim on Callum's side there for the military.
Ouch.
Yeah. So Callum's going to have to be a little bit more defensive now, I think. Or at least a little bit more careful. How many characters has David got there? 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 Manderley Knights, an Umber Loyalist, Arya, and the Winterfell Steward. Arya had the dupe. Callum's obviously considering some Northern Armoury action. Both of them have 2 Northern Armouries, as yet unused.
I think they're probably better off holding on to them.
She said as Callum stands his character.
Fair enough. So we've got the power here. I guess David's board's all knelt out, so... So we've got the power there, which goes through unopposed and claim. And the intrigue coming from Sansa. So Callum can boost her strength here, if he wants to reigns, which he's going to do. So boosting her strength. So I think she's on like 6 now, because Rickon's dead.
Rickon is dead.
And he's able to play his reigns plot.
So he wildfires here.
He does.
To trim the board.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be left with... Okay, he's decided to kill Danella. I think I'd have killed Sansa there. Because Sansa's strength is reduced by 2 now, so she's less effective.
I think I would have also kept Donella. Because Donella is also economy, although he doesn't need economy.
That's a good pull.
And she got the extra point of strength. Her strength won't go down. But Sandra, you can get Lady and stand her back up. And I do know that Callum liked the whole Scepter Sansa thing.
Oh, okay.
So she may well have higher strength.
Yeah.
At some point.
Okay, that makes sense. So, Callum, you're allowed to stand your Hearttree Grove. It's just the Northern Armoury you're not allowed to stand.
All right, love. Not like you've ever forgotten to stand a location.
Well, he started to stand it and then stopped and knelt it again, I think.
What do you mean?
Oh, there you go. Still.
I can't see it now.
Me. So the intrigue claim from David's hand there was the flea bottom, which is good for Callum. And getting those board trimmed down a bit is nice, but to be honest, I don't think Callum's board is like significantly better than David's.
They're both pretty mediocre. There's no commanding character around.
Ooh. So making those boards smaller and then going into a long winter with 2 claims is a bit sad.
But it's alright. Because Callum's going to get Summer, I presume.
You'd assume so, wouldn't you?
And then maybe grab Rickon.
Yeah. Because that takes someone out of the dead pile as well, and that will increase Sansa's strength again.
That's correct. So, do you have any mindless tittle-tattle to tell our viewers?
Mindless tittle-tattle. Well, not mindless tittle-tattle, but we do have a new Patreon.
Do we?
We do. But it's been so long since we put videos out that we've not had a chance to mention him.
Oh, right, okay.
Timmer Flynn.
Oh, yes.
Or, as I like to call him, Timmer Plenty.
Tim had plenty. Well,
Tim had plenty. He needs a plot card made.
You already did a time of plenty for Bristol Meta, and he's Bristol Meta.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't realise that bit. But yes, thank you, Tim.
Yeah, cheers, Tim.
Tim had plenty.
Tim's alright. I don't care what they say about Tim.
Didn't he like smash you when you were trying to teach him how to play?
I think you'll find it was the other way around, and then I got told off for it.
Of course it was.
For playing Start Rain Dogs against him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Richard!
What? It was over in like 2 rounds.
Yeah, I bet it was.
And then I apologised and played something equally mean. But then I helped him play his deck against Matt Chandler. You know,
yeah, wasn't he losing the whole time you were there?
He was losing. He got smashed the first 2 rounds. And then he was playing free vote. He got a 2-claim military off and then won an intrigue and just wiped Matt's board. And then he won.
But isn't that like the point where you stopped helping him?
Yeah, it was actually. I started eating dinner and then suddenly he started winning. So, yeah. Thanks, Tim, for your patronage.
Thank you, Tim. I'm a little bit concerned about you teaching noobs tomorrow, by the way. So,
I'm going to either help them or crush them.
I think you'll probably crush them. Although, Daisy does love the story about how when he first came to club and Dan was helping him play the first round and then asked me to take over Dan's bit, I took over and just smashed Daisy.
That is, yeah, you're not very much of a noob-friendly person, are you?
I was really good the other week. I let my new player win all of their games against me.
What new player?
Tom.
Oh, God.
Not Tim O'Plenty, Tom.
Tom O'Plenty.
He's not Tom O'Plenty,
unfortunately.
But yes.
Oh.
Getting some new players in.
That
Yes, anyway, thank you.
Really mindless tittle-tattle, was it?
No, that's what I'm saying. You reminded me that I did have something I wanted to talk about. What the heck is going on with David's board?
David's gone wide.
I thought you were going to say David's gone wild then.
He has also gone wild. He's also got Summer out. Marshall the House Mandalay Knight, which he recurred with Summer. And played out Catelyn Stark. So now he can block the rain triggers.
Seems good. Callum played... Well, he got his Summer, but then he didn't get Rickon out of the dead pile. I think he chose to get Bran instead out of the discard.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because Bran cancelled the...
Winter is coming?
Winter is coming. I was still thinking of Tim O'Plenty's then. Bran cancelled the Tim O'Plenty.
That did not happen.
That definitely didn't happen. Yes, Bran cancelled the Winter is Coming, so it's like having 2 claim because Bran was gone anyway. I know I'm aware I'm wagging my finger a lot. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's all right. I'm hand motioning. So, anyway, David's finished marshalling, and what the heck is that location?
Which one?
The Nelt one.
The Northern Keep.
The Northern Keep?
If there are more winter than summer plots near it to gain 2 gold.
Oh, okay.
You get 1 if there isn't.
Oh, that's acceptable. So Bran's back on the board. So at least if David's got another Winter is Coming, because he is saving that 1 gold, Callum can cancel it with Bran. And although he's still losing the character, at least Bran is discarded instead of dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing. Just thinking David hadn't really seen the pieces he wants to see yet.
No?
I mean, Wolves of the North, Grey Wind and Robb Stark are pretty key characters in his deck. David going forward for intrigue. So
interesting.
He must be hoping to stand her with one of his northern armories.
Yeah, of course. So he's winning the challenge and reacting with the Godswood.
White Harbour. Oh,
Godswood first.
has he done Godswood?
To draw 2 cards, and then the White Harbour, was it?
Yeah. Then White Harbour, and now you can get 2 claim against Callum.
So then
that's pretty cool. He got 3 cards from it, and now Callum's got no hands. Look,
wow.
That's it. This is the point where you'd love to reset against someone next round.
I mean, Callum's already used his Wildfire, and David's already spread right back out again.
Spread out, David. You're spread out. Speaking of other mindless tittle-tattle, I hear Ben Davies coming back to the game.
He has.
The Knight of the Blackwater is back.
He is indeed. Getting back into games, isn't he?
That's pretty cool. We do seem to have a shortage of video content. So hopefully Mr. Davey will come back, record some games, and then proceed to get the names of every card wrong. And possibly even the players too.
What, like Keith on the left here?
Yes, he did call Callum Keith for a considerable amount of time. But that's why we love him.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's always nice getting more videos out there.
Basically, you had a summer off Thrones.
Was it just for summer? I feel like it's been way longer.
Nah, because he gave it up when the Martell box came out. He was like, this shit's OP, I don't want to deal with it. And he sold his stuff to Lauren, our noob.
Oh! Is that who Lauren bought it all off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now you've got to buy it all again.
That sucks. Oh well. There's quite a few ways of getting them a little bit cheaper, isn't there? You can just go on the Facebook site and you can generally find people selling. Yeah. Although those people are obviously crazy. Why you'd want to sell out this game, I don't know.
That is a bit bizarre, but...
Yeah. Best game in the world, right?
The only game that matters.
Only game that matters. Got a military coming in from David here. He's doing it with Summer and the Housemanly Knight and Arya, maybe?
So the Blackfish seems to have been stealthed.
Yes, a very annoying bit of glare, but quite conveniently Blackfish was moved just enough that you can see his body. You just can't see the left-hand side of the card.
You cannot. Yeah, kind of got to be careful. David's playing a two-claim plot, although he doesn't really have to fear the winter is coming while he keeps Bran alive.
Well, that's the thing, like, even if Bran cancels it, Callum's still losing 3 characters from his board.
That is true.
Okay.
Right, the Callum's gone back with the military against David. David defends and wins. Or at least he's winning. They get to White Harbour.
Oh, what's that card on top?
Dunno.
Me neither. Couldn't be anything like Glass Candle or anything, could it?
Dunno. I didn't really get a proper look at it.
If you saw what it was, you can say in the comments. I have no idea what it was. It was a neutrals card.
Do you even play this game?
Hey, I'll have you know, I've even got a deck on Thrones DB.
What?
Yeah, because I came top 8 at Nationals and I won a tournament. Admittedly, it was your deck. But it was me piloting it. So yes, I do play.
Doesn't matter whose deck it was. I mean, Joe Zimmer took the Fracas deck and did really well with it. Doesn't matter whose deck it is. It's about how you play it.
And a little bit of luck.
And a little bit of luck. I mean, Joe got all of his luck.
Yeah.
You know, in the final.
He got to face you, right?
Yeah, I mean, what can I say?
He must have been overjoyed when he saw us playing you. Like, oh, great, easy win.
Yeah, he's got a good record against me.
Does he?
Everyone in this group chat that we're in has a good record against me. I'm only in group chats with people who batter me.
Well, this is so we can learn from our bad matches.
Really? Oh, it is a pack survives. My word. We haven't seen that many dogs.
No. What does pack survives do?
You sacrifice a dog or kneel 2 Stark characters to cancel the effect of an opponent's event.
Okay, I don't think Callum really runs any events, does he?
Don't
Apart from Arya's Gift.
Arya's Gift, yes.
Arya's Gift.
That is a card.
It's alright, Callum. You can thank me later. I know it's your favourite card in the deck.
Is that because his wife looks like Arya?
Possibly.
But it's not, is it?
No.
I could see how blank your face was.
Yeah.
blank, blank, blank.
And also, Arya's gift is the event, not Arya, the one that doesn't let you save your character's Arya.
Well, I know.
Which is the one that she looks like. Not like the
Arya, the
event
character.
card. Arya thing.
The event isn't a character.
No.
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 That's not going to work.
It's not, is it? Let's look at the plot.
Snowed Under. Valar Harris.
Well, it's a reset, but I don't think it's the one that really kind of needs right now.
Well, I'm sure you're just happy you flipped it into a one-claim plot. Because if you flip that into a two-claim, that can be what the word hurty.
Is that a word?
No, it's not a word.
Oh, that was a nice top deck. I'm pretty sure I just saw Callum get a Wyman then. And he's got plenty of gold to play it out if it was a Wyman.
What's that character with all the glare on it?
That's a Bran.
Huh?
Bran? No?
Well, that means you've got 11 gold on the board then.
Oh, maybe it isn't a Bran.
Must be a Recon.
Arya's 3. Oh yeah, it could be Recon. Arya's 3, Nymeeria's 4, so that's 7. Sansa 8, 9. Yeah, I guess it must be a Rickon then. I thought it was a Bran for some reason.
I think I can see Rickon in the dead pile though.
Yeah.
I think it may be Bran and both of them haven't done the math correctly.
Has Callum cheated?
Oh, for God's sakes. Surely not. Was Lewin on the board? Was Bran immune? Was Mordain on the board? Was Arya immune?
I don't think so. Come on, move the Bran. Let us see. There's our Wyman.
Why, man?
Why not? Sacrificing. There's glare over there. It is a Bran.
It is Bran. Oh no.
Oh, Callum, you bastard! How much am I allowed to tease him about this?
Well, he's got a significant advantage out of it. He's got an extra card.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a gold saved, so he can even flea bottom Bran in.
Gross.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Oh! I just noticed David's board! So he's got Grey Wind and, what's that, Wolves of the North?
It is, yeah.
So you stealth past someone, reduce their strength by the number of dire wolves on the board, so at this point it'd be 2. And then chompy Grey Wind. Chomp. By Nymeria. That's evil.
That's
and
nice.
Still got a Northern Armoury as well.
Yeah, he has.
So, nearly forgot there, Callum. It looks like you're going to remember your Wyman and draw a card. Do you want to draw a card now? It's just going to go to an intrigue. With all those intrigue icons. Using the gold there just to show that he's used them twice. And using Flea Bottom. Going to bring in Summer. Drawing in Summer's reaction.
That Bran. That should be on the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, taking Bran. Again, I'd have been tempted to take the Rickon out of the dead pile.
What, to boost Sansa?
To A, boost Sansa, and B, leave Bran in there so that you can use them next turn, because otherwise he's not going to have... I know you can just Wyman Summer back, can't he? I was just thinking he won't have anything in the discard pile to flea bottom in. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, nearly forgot. Or is it too late? Not quite. So we're going with the Godswood first, and then the White Harbour. So a choice there between the House Manderley Knight and the... Yeah, I forgot what it's called. What was
Northern
that one?
Keep.
Northern Keep. Are they unique?
No.
Okay, so you could have multiples on the board.
They're the equivalent of the Slavers Bayport.
Claiming the Sansa's dupe there. So I guess at least Cam can always bring in the dupe of Sansa to use as military claim if needed.
Cam doesn't quite know what to do with himself without any cards in hand.
He's got 2 there now, look. Because he got one from...
Is that his hand?
Yeah, he's got 2 face down on
Oh
the...
yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
Camouflaged
Yeah.
behind Darth Vader.
Yeah, because he got 1 from the Wyman trigger, didn't he? And then...
Summer,
that was it. Okay, so a power here coming through. Stealthing Wyman. And just blocking with Sansa. So, not unopposed.
Ooh.
Oh! That's a choice. Okay, so that was a choice there of Rob or the Roaming Wolf Pack, was it?
Yeah, I mean, you get Rob on the board with that grey wind. That is trouble.
So, what do you think's the best move now?
What?
What's the best move now?
In terms of for who?
Well, should he make any more challenges? Should he
I've
pass?
forgotten whose go it is. Like, okay, so the audio just cut off and we had to stop the video and start it again. We've just returned to it and now Rebecca's, passing on the responsibility to me.
Would you like me to?
Because she has no idea what's going on.
that may or may not be true.
So that's what just happened there, guys.
Sometimes our microphone cuts out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so David has decided not to do the intrigue challenge.
Ooh.
And instead is defending Callum's intrigue challenge with Kat. So Callum still wins, but
I know what it is.
Yeah?
It's the Strangler.
The Strangler?
Yeah.
Is that the one that reduces their strength to 1 or something?
It sets their strength to 1, which means
they
turn into a tasty snack.
I see.
Did you just say chompy chompy? What the hell?
Yeah, chompy chompy motherfuckers. Greywind.
This is a family-friendly show. You do not need to be swearing like that, Rebecca. Apologise to all of our viewers.
For anyone who is offended.
Our Patreons might have children nearby.
That's true. I'm sorry, everyone.
Please refrain from such terrible language.
I'm a bad person. I read somewhere that more intelligent people swear more. I don't know if somebody who swears a lot wrote that, but,
Well, what's your excuse then?
Hey!
Callum's done a Wyman.
He did. Well, he might as well, because Summer is going to go from the flea bottom anyway. So if he uses Wyman to get rid of Summer, then at least that means that he can use Summer again next turn, get some more cards back to hand. And Callum's hand was empty a minute ago, now he's got 3 cards in there, which seems good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, having a draw on a character isn't the most reliable, but it's working for him this game. Whereas David has draw not only from the Umber Loyalist, but he has draw from the Godwood and White Harbour. So he got plenty of draw. He's going to see his pieces a lot sooner than Callum is.
Oh, there we go. There's the time for Wolves, but no Rickon to cancel.
Time of Wolves into Glared Plot.
Yeah.
Which is a close call.
So the only problem with using Wyman on Callum's side here is that Callum's board is getting destroyed anyway from the Wolves of the North and Greywind and Military and Winter is Coming. So realistically, Callum probably doesn't want to be sacrificing these characters. Luckily for Callum, he does have the Flea Bottom target that he can then use Wyman on. So that's one safe target that he can use Wyman on. But that does mean that you're not killing that character for your military claim, which again can be a shame. Callum there is using his close call to move Nymeria from the dead pile into the discard, but he doesn't get to draw the card because David has got a winter plot on the other side. David's going first again.
So yeah, Callum's board is getting, put under a lot of pressure. David has lots of dupes on his own characters, so he can take military claim, and he is very wide on the board. Callum has already used Valar Dohaeris and Wildfire Assault.
Yeah.
So David knows he's got still a couple of turns of relative safety, unless Callum's running another reset, which you might think was unlikely at this stage.
Probably not.
Not only that, David has the extra threat of Wolves of the North and Grey Wind. He has 3 wolves on the board right now. So the Wolves of the North are going to reduce the opponent's character by 3.
Okay.
So at this stage, Wyman is a candidate for death. So this, at the moment, Callum is 8-1 up, but he's like a salmon swimming upstream against the current.
Is that what he's like?
Struggling up to 15 power, flopping around, leaping, trying to get it to the top of that stream.
There you go, Callum. You're a salmon flopping around.
Remember, you are not a salmon.
Oh, okay. I'm sure he's happy to hear you say that. I'd just like to point out the rest of David's marshalling. So David has marshalled a Winterfell. That means that all of his characters are +1 strength. He's also marshalled a Direwolf Pup, which means that the Wolves of the North will be able to reduce his strength even more. We've got a Frozen Solid there.
That is important. You've got to put it on the armoury, or Wyman's dead.
I think the armoury makes sense.
Because he's got 4 direwolves now. So, the Grey Wing can just chow down on Wyman. He can save with the bodyguard unless David Winterfells it.
Ooh,
White Harbour.
Interesting. Do you think that was the best choice?
Well, he's accepted Wyman's going to die.
We've also got a cat on Callum's side there, so she'll be able to at least try and put through a challenge without being, chomped or something during the challenge. Although, quite honestly, David can very easily just stealth past Cat now and chomp her. There's not a lot that he can do about that.
Yeah, he can kill whoever, really.
In this card there we have a Summer, a dupe for Sansa, and I think there's a Bran still in there maybe? Or did he bring the Bran back to hand?
No idea.
Actually, I think he brought the Bran back to hand.
So David's considering going in with the military. He's going in with the military for 9. Stealthing Wyman. Triggering Wolves of the North to reduce him by 4. Triggering Winterfell so Callum cannot trigger any reaction.
And that includes triggering the bodyguard, right?
Correct.
So can't use the bodyguard, which means Wyman dies, and the bodyguard will just come back to Callum's hand. So...
Yep, so he restood Grey Wind with the Northern Armoury. Callum wanted to trigger Fleabottom to get in the Sansa dupe.
But David there just reminding that Winterfell has been knelt.
Yep.
So Callum can't do that. So the military going through there, claiming Arya's dupe there. Callum is not looking good here.
He's unhappy. Understandably so.
I think the only thing in Callum's favour here is we're approaching the 45th minute. There's not that long left of the game to go before time will be called. And he's got an 8-2 lead. If he can somehow keep ahead...
Are you saying if he stalls the game out?
Not if he stalls the game out, but there's a chance that David might not be able to get ahead before Callum can. So... Power with Arya, stealthing past Cat. The other Arya kneels and using last half to boost. So Callum wins that power challenge. I think David might have been better there, sort of trying to force through that power. Maybe put in an extra character.
Yeah, he needed to get that power claim.
Yeah, because he could have put through the loyal Umber Loyalist one to go with Arya to make sure he won that power challenge. So I think that's probably David done for challenges, right? He's done the military, he's done the power.
He got an intrigue he could do.
He could do, but he probably wants to hold back and defend it. Because he'll win now, because Cat's only on 4 strength. And David's Cat's on 5 strength because of Winterfell.
Yep. Callum does have Northern Armoury, so he could go in with an intrigue knowing Cat will defend it.
So yeah, we've got the intrigue there. So David can just kneel and defend and win if he wants to.
I mean, there's no rain threat at the moment.
Yeah, so defending that. And I think Callum had forgotten about the Winterfell boost because I think he thought he was going to win that one. But using the Northern Armoury here to restand Cat. What strength is the Loyal Lumber?
3.
So 4 with Winterfell, okay.
Yeah, so he's going to win the power challenge, which will keep him ahead.
Yeah. So winning the power challenge there. Which I think he needed to do. Oh, we're going to use a flea bottom as well. Here we grab him. Summer again. Is that entirely needed?
What did he pick?
Well, I don't know, I didn't see. So he's got summer, but...
I mean, he had to show the opponent, but I didn't see it.
No, it was a bit quick, I didn't quite catch it. Oh, so he's doing the military with summer. I guess he's trying to tempt David Summer to kneel so that Callum would win Dom?
Well, David will win it and keep his board protected.
Well, David wins the military because David's Summer is an extra strength, isn't it?
Yeah, what I say, he wins and keeps his board protected.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't suffer any claim.
I don't think he needed to.
So I guess all David needs now is he needs one of his 2 key pieces. He's got one, he got Grey Wind, but he needs one of the other 2, which is Bran or Robb. Bran allows you to Grey Wind everything. Robb allows you to stand your board.
Into counting coppers.
Ow! Yeah, that hurts.
But the good thing for Callum is he's got like 4 gold modifiers on the board, plus a Great Hall, plus 2 Heartry Groves. So, although it's going to hurt, Callum's still got quite a lot of gold. He'll get 6 gold plus 2 Heartry Groves and a Great Hall.
Yeah, but Bex, he could Wolves of the North any of Callum's characters and then bite them with Grey Wind. Then he got 2 claim military on top. So Callum need to be able to defend the military. But no matter what character he puts out, it's likely to die.
So, I was really, really surprised that Callum let David go first here.
Oh, ouch.
So, Callum, if you're watching, which I know you will because you are a loyal patron of ours, why did you let David go first at this point? If you'd gone first, at least you wouldn't have suffered the 2 claim before being able to hit back. So he only let 1 Heartry Grove.
Yeah,
and David's just reminding him that he needed to pay extra. So Callum here should have 6 gold, so 3 Northern Armories, 1 Rose Road, and 2 for counting coppers. He's taken 7 gold there, though. Have I missed something? It's just 1 Rose Road, right?
Yeah. I think he's taken an extra gold than he should.
Okay.
Unless we've missed something, which is entirely possible.
Well, we'll see if it matters. If he pays 5 for something, then we know it does. But no, it looks like he's sitting on the gold. Yeah, passing there. So he played out a duped Bran and Winterfell Steward. I guess he's just trying to get some board presence. But I think with 2 claim plus Grey Wind, he's not going to have a lot of presence on the board there. David there just asking what was in Flea Bottom, and the only thing was a Sansa, but she's dead.
Now, the one problem with David's deck at the moment, for me anyway, is that people have said to me in my start range deck, why don't you run Winterfell? And one of the disadvantages of Winterfell is when you want to do loads of challenges use Grey Wind on your own character to stand your board with Rob. You can't do that because their strength is too high now. So David is now in that position where he cannot kill, for example, Arya to restand his board and use his entire board on 2 challenges.
Yeah.
Because Winterfell is blocking that.
Yeah. So the wolves on the north there, stealthing past Cat and chomping with Grey Wind. Then the military going through with 2 claim, leaving Callum with just a Bran and an Arya. David really needs to push the power here. He needs to make sure he wins that power challenge. Don't just go with Arya. I guess the problem he's got is this...
She Winterfelled it. Oh, David.
That was silly. That was very silly. I bet Callum was dancing inside when David didn't do anything there.
I mean, at the very least, if he'd have done that in the last 2 rounds, that would have been 5-8. I would have, done everything I could to win the power challenge, I think.
Yeah, I think that was an important one. Oh, Callum can't decide if he wants to use his Northern Army or not. Oh, no, he is. Okay, and he's going, no. Make your mind up, Callum, what are we doing? You're passing. Okay, so David there taking Dom. So this is probably going to be the last round now.
Look at him scrambling.
Trying to get the extra round.
Damn my stuff, quick.
I think that David not winning that power challenge there was really important. I think he should have pushed that through.
Yeah, he could have had an extra 2 power and Callum would have been on 2 power less if he'd have pushed the last 2 rounds of powers, which would have made it 8-6 to Callum. So now we have the Withering Cold by Callum into Nothing Burns Like the Cold from David. Interesting that.
Okay, so this is their last plots, so they didn't have a choice in it. So Withering Cold from Callum is probably why he didn't want to use his Northern Army on that last turn.
Yep.
However, this is probably the last round, so I think he could have used it anyway, to be honest. David there is going first. He's really got some work cut out for him to try and pull Callum back enough and get himself forward enough. Oh, here we go, there's the Bran.
Did he? He'd never played out that roaming wolf pack, did he?
No, not yet. King's Road. You need to sacrifice the King's Road. Do you think he'll realise?
Eventually.
Maybe.
Well, so he has 5 dogs on the board.
Wow, he's eating through anything.
He can reduce by 5 and then kill anything that is 2 strength. So anything that's 7 strength is fair game.
Wow. So yeah, so just to note, that King's Road should be in the discard pile there. But I don't think it's going to make too much difference at this point. Callum playing out a Rob. Bodyguard and Arya, really? And Bran? Interesting. Have we got a dupe for Rob maybe, or...? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better.
Wow.
I was feeling a bit concerned for Callum's mental well-being then.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good time to do it because he's got his own winter plot. Though Winterfell is useless.
Yes. Also playing out a Jane there as well, so a little bit of extra claim soak and an intrigue icon, which is nice. It means that David won't get the unopposed from her unless he chomps her. So David needs to be careful here. I mean, he can only reduce Callum by 1, realistically, because it's not a 2-claim plot. So he can get Callum down to 9, but that means he still needs to try and get 5 power, which is quite a lot to get in 1 turn.
Does Arya have a dupe? No.
Callum's? No.
So I guess if it was me, I'd use Grey Wind to kill Arya. Then I'd stand Grey Wind with Bran. Use them to kill.
I think killing Jane might be a good idea because she's
Jane.
the only intrigue icon.
Well, you're going to kill both. You should kill both. And then do a military.
Oh, it's passing pre-challenge actions.
Yeah, so I'd definitely do that. I'd kneel Grey Wind to kill Arya, stand him again, kneel him to kill Jane Paul.
So he's... Oh, that's me. Okay, so he's stealthing past Rob, I think. And reducing Rob's strength.
Rob will be 0 strength.
I guess that's good because it means that Rob can't do any challenges at all and won't be able to get any renown on him.
Yeah, you can get renown. If he's in the challenge, which is 1.
I guess so.
Just because he doesn't have any strength doesn't mean he's not in the challenge.
So David's getting this military challenge unopposed. So he's just reacting there to grab a card. And then he should get his unopposed power.
Not sure why he didn't bite Arya and Jane, but it seemed irrelevant at this stage.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's going to get enough power.
Callum there killing a Bran dupe. Might have been tempting to get rid of the bodyguard instead of the dupe.
Well, the duplicate was flea bottomed in, so it's going at the end of the round.
It is, but this is the last round anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So... Oh no, because Winterfell won't work because they've both got winter plots. Never mind. I was just thinking if Grey Wind bit it and then Winterfell, then he wouldn't be able to save with the bodyguard, but never mind. So I think Callum at this point was like, if you...
For God's sake, kill me.
No, Callum was like, yeah, you can make this a draw. I can't remember when that conversation happened, but it happened at some point during this round. So yeah, David's choosing to use Bran to restand the wolves, which is interesting. I think it'd been better standing Grey Wind, like you say, so he can chomp 2.
No, I mean, if he ate those 2 chuds and then stealth Bran with Arya, that's an unopposed power, claim, and an unopposed intrigue. So that'd be 8 to 9.
I guess if they stealth past Arya, it's kind of the same as having chomped her anyway, because she won't have any strength to do any challenges with, right?
I can't stealth Arya.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, here you go. This is Callum explaining how he can how he can make it a draw. I don't know why Callum told him. But yeah, I think at
this stage, rather than math out the draw, you just play it. You play it out, don't you?
Why would you?
Well, I don't understand that.
So he stealthed past Jane, reducing her strength. So Arya and Bran are the only ones with strength left. Okay, so I guess now bite Arya, right?
So at least he's gone in with Rob to get the renown. That's good.
Bite Arya. Rob has no strength. Bite Arya. And then he can get the power of the throne opposed. David, you need to bite Arya. What the heck? Okay, there we go. There we go, he's doing it. Isn't he? Please tell me he's doing it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so biting Arya. Oh, increases Rob's strength. So it's not unopposed. Okay. And then David takes Dom. So they shook, but then they were like, shall we just check the cards in deck?
Well, David's been drawing all game.
Yeah, he has.
Wow, it was a draw.
Yeah. I think...
So those two missed power claims early in the game really turned out to haunt David.
Yeah.
Should have pushed to win those 2 power challenges.
Yeah, so 30 cards left in Callum's, only 16 left in David's there. So Callum winning the game. But yeah, if that had gone on one more turn, David would have taken that.
Yeah, I think David win. David should have won, I think.
Mm.
So
But that's just how the game goes sometimes, right? I mean, they were both taking their time, so it's not like one of them was slowing down more than the other.
they got to 7 plots, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, David didn't win the 2 power challenges. Callum did make the error with the VD.
Yeah.
Which was in his favour, but it mattered slightly, I guess, maybe. But at the end of the day, this is what it is.
Yeah. So Callum wins, and we'll be going through to the top 4 there. Commiserations to David. You know, you both played amazingly well. And yeah, one more round, David. I think you'd have had that. Almost definitely. Unless Callum pulled a miracle out of his butt. So, anyway, thanks as always to everyone for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/The White Walkers. And otherwise, we'll try to be back soon with the top 4.
We will try to be back soon with the top 4, guys.
It's quite hard to say, you know.
Apparently so, it's just words.
Anyway, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.